St. Mark. St. Mark, the 13th chapter. What you say, Cheryl? Behold, Mark 13. Mark 13.
Matthew, Mark.
14. We start at 14. And work our way down. 13, 14.
But when ye shall see the abomination of desolation spoken by Daniel, the prophet standing where it ought not, let him that readeth understandeth, then let them that be in Judea flee to the mountains.
Judea was a valley place. So he was saying, once you hear this, get up. Get up to a high place. Come on. What he's saying to the church is, when you see these things happen, that Daniel was talking about, he was talking about a sense of Armageddon.
Let me see.
When he was saying, he's prophesying, Daniel, major prophet, was prophesying this in the book of Daniel. He was saying, you got to get up high, which means in our terms, he was saying, you got to get to a place of prayer. You got to get to a safe place of prayer, a safe place of refuge. Because these things, you got to get out of harm's way. Come on.
And let him that is going up the housetop not go down into the house, neither enter therein to take anything out of his house.
So listen, he says, once you're out,
Stay out.
stay out. Don't go back.
Don't try to go back and get your pocketbook.
Come on.
And let him that is in the field not turn back again for to take up his garment.
Keep reading.
But woe to them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days.
Keep reading.
And pray ye that your flight be not in the winter.
Listen, what he's saying is, pray that your rapture does not happen in a season where it's cold.
Right.
And I'm talking about cold as in November, December, January. I'm talking about hoping that you're not in a place of it's so bad you're ready to go back on God and God come get you. Don't be caught with your pants down. That's what he's saying. Don't be caught in a bad place because I can come at any time. Come on.
For in those days shall be affliction such as which was not from the beginning of the creation. God created unto this time, neither shall be. And except that the Lord hath shortened those days, no flesh should be saved, but for the elect's sake, whom he hath chosen. He hath shortened the days.
Listen, I said that earlier. God has made a way of escape for you. He said, if I don't do this, my own people aren't going to make it. Look at somebody and say, you got to hold on. You got to hold on. You got to hold on. No matter what, you got to hold to your convictions. You cannot allow whatever's going on around you to persuade you any other way. My next point, you must be determined. You must be determined. You've got to be determined. You must be. He says here in 20, he says, and except that the Lord has shortened those days, no flesh shall be saved. Uncle Charles, he said, if I don't cut these days off, you ever notice how just 2 weeks ago, Miss Wanda, it was getting dark at 9 o'clock. Now I come home from work, it's dark at 8:15. God is doing that so that you can go home and go to sleep. So you don't mess up any more long than you already have for the day. Because he said, if I don't do this, the people that know me are not going to eat. Because he said heaven is a prepared place for prepared people. But if you're not prepared. So he says, if I don't shorten these days, Timmy, my very elect, the one that walk around with the thing on their heads, they ain't going to make it. If I don't cut these days off, if I don't shorten these days, like for example, something I said to Sean this morning, I said it seemed like yesterday. I was holding my kids in my arms, and now my oldest son is in middle school, started middle school today. My middle son, he's in 4th grade already. and the baby's in kindergarten. Seems like yesterday we just bring them home from the hospital. It seems like yesterday we was having our first service, and now we're already at a year.
Come on now.
God says, if I didn't speed them years up, buddy, you would have died with the hell a long time ago. I saved you. I did this for you. For your benefit. You was out there backing up, dropping like it's hot. I could have cut you off dead.
Thank you, Jesus.
But I saw your heart.
Thank you, Lord.
I saw your heart had mercy on you and saved you for a reason. Now it's your job, now that you're saved, to walk the way I told you to walk. Talked about this before. Warning always, mercy always precedes judgment. Always. God will always show mercy before he sends judgment. God has been merciful to a lot of us. Now he's getting ready to send the hand of, he's about to get ready to send the hand of wrath to us. He's been nice. Look at somebody say, God's been nice long enough.
He's been nice long enough.
Read 21, what it say?
And then, if any man shall say to you, lo, here is Christ, or lo, he is there, believe him not.
Keep reading.
For false
Christ and false prophets shall rise and shall show signs and wonders to subdue, if it were possible, even the elect.
But take ye heed, behold, I have foretold you all things.
Listen to this. He's saying, listen. He says, not only will false prophets rise up, but even the people that know the way are going to fall behind these fools. The word in the text, you might want to underline this word. It says, seduce. Subdue. Which comes from, which the long word is seduce. Seduction. Let's go deeper. They're going to paint a picture that seems so, okay. Be healed. Get this green cloth. $19.99. And there are going to be so many people that don't know. Listen, when Jesus died and the veil was rent, you can go to God for yourself without a green rug, baby. You don't need miracle soap. You don't need miracle water. And the sad part about this, preacher, is that there are Christians who know God.
You had it before.
Are buying this crap. They're buying it because they have no sense of relationship with God. None. If you get down to so low to the point where you have to go and be deceived, something's wrong with your salvation.
Come on.
He says, now before Jesus was talking, he's in red in my Bible, so he's talking. He was talking before in Matthew. He said, false prophets will rise. He never went, but see, Mark picked it up and said, yeah, they're gonna arise, and they're gonna go, and they're going to seduce the very elect. I'm not calling out nobody's name tonight. That's not, I'll just be right into what that name is on the internet. But I just want you to go through your little mental Rolodex. The ones you turn on TV. You know the ones that seduce people. You know the ones that's telling people to go ahead and bring their credit cards and swipe your credit cards to give an offer or a love seed or sow a seed or do this, that, and the third, and God will do this, that, and the third. If God gonna bless me, he gonna bless me according to my heart and according to my faithfulness. He ain't gonna bless me because you tell me if I give you $1,500, he gonna give me $15,000. He gonna give it to me if he wanna give it to me.
Even with a dime.
He gonna heal my body if I don't put your little soap on my chest. But because nobody knows the word, because you take the word of the preacher and don't go home and look at this thing for yourself, you get deceived. And then you take your $19.99 on your credit card, and you go ahead and give these people your money. They send you a little half a bottle of oil. When you go to the store and buy that same oil, and they put in that pretty vial. stay right there. Oh, I didn't understand. Listen, if you didn't understand nothing David said Sunday, you should understand the fact that he said that you have power.
Hallelujah.
Yes.
And the reason why you sit around, oh my God, I gotta go see TD Jakes. I gotta go see Let Him Touch Me. This and that. It's because you don't take the power. TD Jakes' power ain't no different than yours.
Come on now.
He just knows how to use it.
That's all. That's all.
Oh, my.
You ain't got to wait till Sunday for me to lay hands on yourself.
Well, right.
You ain't for Sunday for.
Yes.
Lay hands on, lay yourself out on the floor.
Come on now.
Make me sick.
Amen.
Passed up. Reason why I ain't come to church because T.D. Jakes down at the Civic Center. I had to go down there and see him because I need a breakthrough. Baby, you was broke when you went down there, when you left here, and you be broke coming home.
Even broke.
Even broker. Because you done stood in some dumb line and been seduced because he told you that God said He gonna bless you if you give him $50. God ain't gonna tell you nothing that He ain't gonna tell a preacher something He ain't told you first.
Amen.
God ain't gonna bypass the source and tell somebody else.
Come on.
But we're deceived. Because T.D. Jakes has a bigger name than old Pastor Eric. I'm gonna believe what T.D. Jakes said. I see T.D. Jakes once a month, once a year, whatever. See when he's my TV pastor. Pastor, you know, I can't in the Bible study because I just got to see T.D. Jakes on Tuesday nights. What? You sound retarded. You go ahead and keep being deceived. I'm not saying that T.D. Jakes is the deceiver, but you keep being seduced. And watch what happens. You'll be taken away. You'll be taken away. Oh, God, I feel something here tonight. Watch this. Let's go deeper, shall we? Get Luke 17.